Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's black? Guess who's black? Guess who's black? Guess who's black? Nah, 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 nah. What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at this guy, the Clamshell from Aluma FX EDC. You can pick this up for $70. Comes in brass, copper, aluminum, or any combination of the three. You can get it with stainless steel balls, or I believe for an extra price if you message, I believe his name is Wes, can't remember his last name, you can get tungsten balls if you're willing to pay a little bit extra. I believe I read that or heard that somewhere. Not entirely sure on that, so don't quote me. Comes with a FZHC3 hybrid ceramic bearing. I'm not sure if that was what came in this one. For some reason, I feel like there was a one drop in here. But I bought this secondhand, so it's very possible. I don't even know what I have in there now. And these also are not the buttons that it comes with. What do I have in there? I think I have an HC2 in there. I think that's what I put in there. And it's still super, super smooth. It's kind of weird. I took the one drop out of it and put this in there, or whatever was in there that was extremely smooth. And there's a little bit more feedback, but it's still really smooth. This is just a really good all-around spinner, I have to say. Speaking of the buttons, these are the buttons that come on it, but I just feel like it was working so well with my duality, I had to switch them up. There's nothing wrong with them on here, I just like that combination better. And people know I barely or rarely keep the stock buttons on the spinner it comes with. I always switch them out and put something else on them. I'm not like Button Ben or anything like that. I don't have like millions of buttons. I just switch buttons from other spinners onto other spinners. What can I tell you about this guy? What does this guy weigh in? I believe it's 96 grams without the caps, but we'll find out. My scale's like a point off or two, so we'll see. Comes in at 90.7 grams. Interesting. It's a lot less than I thought it was going to be. Maybe the 96 was with the tungsten balls. Because on the website, I believe it said 96 grams without caps. But that might have been when they had the first run that came with tungsten balls. But they were having supply issues, and they had to switch to stainless steel. But I believe they found a cheaper version. So like I said, if you message them, they might still be able to do that for you. AlumaFX has a lot of things coming out right now, actually. They have this, which is the exact same as the, what was this, the Big Baller. Pretty much exactly the same rib sides, or whatever you want to call them. And then I guess some people didn't like these, thought they were a little too sharp, and they were a little aggressive, I guess, but after I polished, I didn't do like a mirror polish on it or anything, I just polished it. Made them a lot softer, and I really wanted to stay with the OG version, like original. But they do have an Oyster now that is slightly smaller and doesn't have the rib sides. So if you're a flicker, that's probably going to be better for you. I pull, so it doesn't really bother me. I do flick from time to time, but mostly we're pulling. Where was oh yes, they also have, what else do they have? The Turtle, which is a 4-baller, which is kind of like this, but with 4 arms. It's a quad. I really want him to make one of these. This is plastic. I had a copper marker. I like it. I actually fooled some people in my Facebook group that I run, Copper Addicts Unite EDC. Check it out. Yeah, so that was kind of funny. Where are we? And yes, they also have a worry stone that they're working on. That's kind of like an oval shape with just the balls on it. I think that will be really cool, actually, because half the part of this is just rubbing these balls. Rubbing these balls. Speaking of that, I believe the ones that they're selling now, the clamshell, is slightly different. I believe they added a little bit more of a chamfer to it and left more room for the balls to move. When I got this guy, the balls were a little stiff. I took it apart. Oh, geez. Took it apart. I bought it secondhand, and it didn't come with a wrench. I told the guy, don't worry about it. I have a bunch of them. I assumed it would be the same size. Allen key is everything else. It was not. It was much, much smaller. I put my said Allen keys. Let me reach for it. Alright, so I had to go buy this just for this, and it's the smallest one. So most of them, I believe, use this guy right here, the second one in, but it uses this guy, and it was really annoying trying to find that, actually. So actually, I guess I ended up paying more for this secondhand because I had to go buy that, but it's alright. I wasn't too concerned about it. I didn't have to take the bearing out. Really, I wanted to take it apart because I wanted to put a little bit of a polish on it. It wasn't really about getting the bearing out. And I didn't want to polish it with the bearing in there because that would have just messed it all up. What else can I tell you about this guy? It's great. I love it. Form, I love that it's the same as the plastic version. Looking at it, there might be a slightly bigger space between the balls. Or these balls are just bigger, I'm not sure. These balls look slightly larger. But the silhouette, the outline is pretty much exactly the same, which I love. Feel, awesome. I can only imagine that the Oyster is going to be slightly more comfortable. But for me, I wanted to stay original. So you can go with a slight bit more comfort, or you can stay original and just kind of polish it and make it a little softer yourself. The balls, I don't know if I actually finished that thought, but when I took it apart, I actually sanded out the spaces where the balls are just so they'd move around a little bit more, because that's half the fun of the spinner, just letting your finger run across the balls and letting it slow down. We like that. Fidgeability, like I said, really good. Oyster's probably even better, but like I said, going back to the OG versus changing it up a little bit, you can stay OG or you can change it up and get that probably a little bit more fidgeability, but I don't think it's that much that I'd want to change anything up for. I just got freaked out. I have this, my case is right here in front of me, and the lids are open and there's glass on them and the TV's behind me, and I saw somebody, it looked like, I don't know, I thought somebody was walking behind me, and I'm in my room by myself. That just kind of startled me. But yeah, go check it out. Go get one. Check out AlumaFX EDC. Doing big things over there. I believe they have a 2-baller that they're in collaboration with Pose Blades, I believe. I'm not sure, but check it out. They're doing big things. I want to get my hands on a turtle. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Haven't done a review in a while, but if you're wondering what it takes to get me to do a review, all you gotta do is say I don't do them anymore. Even if you delete your comment, I'll find out. My copper soldiers are everywhere. Copper addicts unite. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Until next time, until somebody else tells me I don't do reviews anymore, live on, and spin on. Peace. Gotta make them all.